više, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Jarun on The Impossible Dream. Today we have Gorica and Hajduk Split, I think it is. It's the last two of the last 3 games of the season, and the reason that we are back is, look at this. Since we've beaten Dynamo ourselves, they beat Aussie, they won in the cup, they've then lost 2 games in a row. That opens the door for us massively to retain our league title. All we had to do ourselves was not stuff up. So let's go see how we did. 3 games to catch you up on, the first of which is against Varisden. We fell behind in the first half, but we were level early in the second half when Rovers crossed for Phillip, before Phillip played in Tommy G to put us ahead. So this was while they were beating Aussie 4-0, so very good win for us. Now, you'll see here Priscilla was injured in stoppage time. He's out for 3 or 4 months. He dislocated his shoulder, so he's out for the rest of the season. But that meant we had to put an outfield player in goal, so Bozenjak went in. And what it also meant is that I aged several years in that stoppage time. Went to 8 minutes stoppage time because of the injury, no doubt. But we couldn't sit back and defend because we had Bozenjak in goal. We had to keep pushing them to try and keep them away from our goals. So I used the old offense as the best form of defense. And we got there in the end. So 2-1 it was. Next up, we had Aussie. Bozenjak opened the scoring early in the second half. So that was it, closed the scoring as well. We scored early in the second half, 50th minute, and they didn't have a shot on goal. They had 5 on goal, not on target, I should say. And it was the most comfortable 1-0 win you will ever see, but obviously only being 1-0. Again, I'm absolutely crapping myself, worried that we're going to concede an equalising goal. So while we were doing that, that was when Gorica smacked Dynamo by 5, so that put us 1 point behind them. If we could win against Rijeka, we would be top of the league with 3 games to go. Let's go see what happened. We went ahead on the hour mark when Havoy's cross fell for Purser. So it was very, very nervy. We missed a penalty as well through Nunez. That doesn't happen very often for us, but that just added to the nerves. You can see on the XG tracker that they had a big threat about them. 15 shots, they had only 3 on target despite their lack of possession, and we held on. We held on for the 3 points. So that means 3 games to play, and we are 2 points clear. Now, a reminder, head-to-head goes to Dynamo. So if they were level on points, they win. We have to be ahead of them in the standings. So we have got Gorica today, followed by Hajduk, I think, in the next one. Yeah, so then we're away to Hajduk. Not easy by any stretch of the imagination, but it's in our hands again. So let's go and see what we're doing here. This is game 1 of the episode. And we're expecting a sort of diamond 4-4-2 out of them, which is the way that they've been playing all season. And the team that we are sending out is as follows. So Nevesic is back in goal. It's Zebic, Danjanic and Rakic as the back 3. Havoy and Rovers down the wings. Bozenjak with Nunez and Tolik in midfield. They were poor last time out. They need to be better this time. Phillip and Matanovic. We've really struggled, still struggling to get somebody scoring consistently next to Phillip. So we'll give Matanovic another try. Alright, so we can see the team sheets here. Now, they've got a very, very good strike force. I think both these guys are in the top few for goals this season. So we've got to be aware of that. We're going to have to be at our very best defensively. And I think there's no pressure on us today. Let's try and do just that. And hopefully put in a good performance here as well. Now, Dynamo play tomorrow in game. So we could have them really put the pressure on them to have them 4 points behind us with... potentially with 3 games to go for them. So, no, they'd be 5 points behind us, wouldn't they? So they would essentially have to win, because if they were to lose that, then they basically are gifting us the title. So, yeah, this is huge. This is huge. And let's not forget, Gorica is the team that whacked 5 past them. So we've got to be on our guard here. Like I say, their strikers are good. They score lots of goals. But as we've seen before, that's not a great start. Thankfully, we've got a block in there, and here we go down the other way now. Tinovoy. Can he get across into the box? He's done very, very well. He gets it back there for Bozenjak. Crossfield pass. It's read like a book, and here they come the other way. Danjanic can't stop it. Bar is in. Bar has missed. And, well, that is a hectic opening few minutes to the game. I can't handle this. The other thing I was going to say is that Paris Saint-Germain have broken our goals record for the Champions League, so it didn't last long. Yeah, they put 4 past Inter in the semi-final. I think the Champions League final, it is Paris versus either Liverpool or Bayern. I can't remember who won that the other semi-final. Tolic with a ball in, and Matanovic gets his 8th of the season, justifying his selection in there ahead of Pranjic and also Tommy G. And it is 1-0, and it is a 5-point gap at the top of the league as things stand. Tolic, good ball in. Matanovic with a nice finish. And there we go. Excellent work. Can we defend now is the big question. So, I mean, this would be... We've lost this league twice, really, haven't we? At the start of the year, I thought it was just gone when we were last for a while there, weren't we? And then when the gap went back out, I mean, how have they blown a 7-point lead? That's the big question. I mean, I know how they've blown it. We beat them, and they lost 2 others after that. But yeah, I mean, they are a better team than that. But maybe a little bit of pressure here is counting on them. Now, one thing I would say is that we've been very nervy ourselves. We have been getting goals. I mean, obviously, because we've won our games, but we've won the last 2 1-0. And as Nunez manages to win that back without committing a foul. But we've looked very nervy doing it. So what are we doing with passing? I'll tell you what, they're just as bad, aren't they? But no one can seem to really keep possession here. Nunez is he's not having the greatest end to the season. It's like missing that penalty is just suck the confidence right out of him. And we might even need to make a sub here. And there is a goal back. Is it offside? I'm not convinced it is. I think that's 1-1. And, I mean, it would still be a 3-point gap if we get a draw here. But obviously, they've got a game in hand. If they were to win, then we're level on points again. They have the head-to-head, and it's not great, is it? But there's those 2 again up front. They are very, very good up there. Let's encourage them. And was it close to offside? It didn't. Oh, it is close. Rakic has just dropped a little bit too deep there, hasn't he? Come on, boys. Come on. And we've got a highlight. Tinovoy to fill it. To Rakic. I think if we see another mistake from Nunez, I might take him off, I think. Nunez, there's a better pass for Tinovoy. He goes past his man. Can he whip across him? Matanovic is in the middle. He goes short for Fillet. Fillet wins it back, goes down. Is it a penalty? No. It's for Havoy again. Havoy, can he get the cross in? He chips it in. It's Matanovic, and it's over the top. And it is still 1-1. We look as though we do have a threat in wide areas, but I'm wondering if instead of focusing out there, if what we do is just look for the overlap. And maybe play through the middle a little bit more. Try and, if they do have a lot of in the middle, so if we kind of try and suck them in and then look for the overlaps, we might have a little bit more luck out there doing things that way. Rovis and Havoy are not having terrible games. No one's having a terrible game. And we are dominating possession here as well. So, I mean, what do we say to that? We need to convert the... I mean, they've out-XG'd us here. Not by much, but still. Okay, so I don't think there's any need for us to panic. We don't need to panic. It's been a good first half. Keep it up. Yeah. It's not been terrible. I think maybe we'll go back to attacking because we do kind of need to win the game. Let's try shooting on sight, perhaps. And maybe whipping in some early crosses. We've seen a couple of times, haven't we, avoid trying to get down to the byline, and maybe what we needed to be looking to do was actually just get the ball into the box. Matanovic is quite good in the air. We know Fillet's no mug in the air either. Yeah. There's not much happening here, though, is there? So let's say that those changes aren't particularly working for us. I wonder if we try passing it. No, let's not pass it in. Let's just try passing into space with a high tempo and see if we can get in behind them that way. Havoy not having a great game and looking nervous. Dekic is looking focused on the bench. So let's make a change there. Where are you, Havoy? See if that can help us at all. And I wonder if sticking say, Nunez further forward there might just help us a little bit. It kind of matches them up, doesn't it? It might keep this guy a little bit more occupied and just allow somebody else to get free. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Let's encourage them. Fillet's looking nervous. A nervous striker is not much use to us, is it? So let's get Pranjic on. See what he can do. There's just nothing happening, is there? Okay, so let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's go back to exploiting the flanks. And maybe whipping the early crosses in. There's a part of me that thinks, let's use Matanovic as a target man on support. If we're going to whip those early crosses in and try and bring some of these other players into play. We'll get you going a little bit further forward on attack, please, Nunez. Yep. Bosanjak not having a classic. He does have a threat to him though, Bosanjak. So we'll leave him out there for now. Here we go with Nunez to Rovis. Back to Rovis. Bosanjak to Rovis. Whips the cross in. It's towards Tolik, but goalkeeper claims. And what's going to happen from here? Is this title race going to take another swing here? Of course, the other thing is that clearly Dinamo are not in great form. They may well drop more points yet. So we probably need to cling on to what we've got. Dekic with a chance now. Dekic puts it into the middle. And it is Pranjic. I don't think he's offside. I think we're okay. But it's you know, everything's going to be nervy, doesn't it? Come on. Please have been onside. He is onside. And it's 2-1 and we go back ahead. All right, that is huge. There's the 5-point gap. Dekic, nice cross in. Pranjic, defender needs to do a little bit more. Then we actually almost signed him. I think he's Bolivian, I think, or something. But yeah, it is comfortably onside. He's behind the ball, and it's a good finish as well. Every time I think we're going to let Pranjic go, he just does something to make me think, nah, maybe we do want to hang on to him. We've got defending to do now. And it is away by Dekic. And can we put the pressure on them here? They've got a little bit of space, which isn't ideal. Rovis. Oh, that is not a penalty. Surely that is not a penalty, ref. He won the ball, did he not? Because the ball went the direction that it should have gone when he tackled him. It is no penalty. Well, you don't get that very often. But we've got away with that one there. Small team bias, isn't it, Dinamo? All right. Let's go and close this thing down. We're not winning games easily, which is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. But as long as we're winning the games, I guess that is all that matters. One thing too, just because I do try to do tutorials and help people where I can. If you do use wide centre backs, one thing I've noticed is that if you play with fullbacks next to them, don't use wide centre. I mean, it kind of is in the description of the thing, but if you're closing down a game, I would not be. I found this works a lot better anyway. So that's that. Do we want to make any other changes? We've only made 2, so we've got at least one more we can make. I don't think we necessarily need to make any changes, do we? We will be looking to just close things down, and hopefully, well, we're moving very close to a defense of our title here. If we can manage to hang on to this. Last thing we needed was a highlight. Rovis to Zebic. Can Zebic go out a Dinamo player, having won 2 titles with Jarun? I'll keep an eye on him at Marseille in case they put him up for loan. Because I think he's becoming a club-trained player for us at the end of this season, sort of when he would have joined us initially. It'll be 3 years, so if he does get put up for loan, it would be a very useful one, but I suspect as a Croatian international, he's probably going there as a first-team player. But I feel like, I mean, we've developed him way more than Dinamo have. We deserve way more credit for him being an international than what they do. Pranjic, what a cracking ball for Matanovic! And Matanovic wraps it up. His 9th of the season. It's 3-1 in stoppage time. And the pass from Pranjic, we have to keep him, don't we? I'm going to offer him a contract. If he wants £750 a week, he can have it. He's just such a useful player to have in the league. We've seen him get some goals in the Champions League as well. And he knows the club, doesn't he? That's the thing. He knows the club. He fits in. He's a team leader, I believe, in the dressing room as well. So I think we have to keep him. But there we go. It is 3-1. It is another step towards the title. And over to Dinamo now. If they don't beat, I think it's Hajduk. No, I can't remember who they're playing. But if they don't win their next game, we can win the title against Hajduk Split. So there it is. It's a 5-point gap. I believe that means that we've beaten last season's point tally as well. We had 78 points last year. So we have actually taken a step forward this year, despite the fact that the title race has been so much closer. So Dekic gets one over his former team. We've had to pay 50 grand for Fillet. I think we can all agree that is no problem at all. Matanovic with a double. His late season goals are proving invaluable for us right now. Guys, wait right there. We might be back to win the title. We'll have to see. All right, welcome back. Now, Dinamo Zagreb did win that game in hand away to Istra 4-2. So it is back to a 2-point gap, 2 games to go. We are away to Hajduk Split, who are 4th. They are at home to Varazdan, who are, well, they're fighting relegation. So they've definitely had the easier fixtures. And the final day, just so we know, we are away to Lokomotiva, who, of course, beat us at home. So that is a tough one. They are away to Rijeka, who are 6th and will have nothing to play for. So yeah, we definitely got the tougher run in, but it's in our hands, so if we're good enough, it's ours. Let's go see what we're doing here against Hajduk. We are expecting a 4-4-2 out of them, and this is the team that we are sending out. It is Nastavic in goal, it is Zabic, Demjanic, and Rakic. I think it's the same team, is it? Oh, we've got, hang on a second here. One momentary moment. All right, there we go. Nunez and Tolik. I played a friendly to keep Matt sharpness up for the bench player, so that's why he wasn't there. Then we've got Fillet and Matanovic. Let's hope Matanovic's recent goal form can continue. And yeah, let's go see if we can win a title here. All right, so we can see the team sheets here now. To win the title, we would need to better. We have to win basically, and if Dinamo then draw or lose, then we would have won it. What do we say to this? Let's keep up the run. All right, we can get on board with that. Now, the reason for that, of course, a 3-point gap doesn't. It still means it's there in their hands. Well, not in their hands, but because they have the head-to-head. All right, so big stadium, big occasion. Let's see, yeah, what we can do. I will leave up if you haven't voted yet for Viewers Player of the Year. I'll leave the poll up there in the comments in the description for you. And yeah, obviously next episode will be the final episode of the season. I genuinely thought the title was done last episode. I just didn't see a way that Dinamo were going to drop as many points as they needed to. And here we are. We could be champions in 90 minutes time. In-game time. Hopefully it's not 90 minutes of the episode. You don't want to watch that. I don't want to edit it. So everybody wins if it's shorter. There's a good ball. Look at the space Rovis has. Rovis, he's taken too much time, hasn't he? Nunez to Bosanjak. Oh, I mean, it's patient. I'll give us that. Oh, and a good block on the Matanovic effort. So, early corner. Tolik to take. Back post. And it's away. Rakic will pick it up. Havoy is in a bit of space, but that ends the highlight. We'll give them some encouragement. And as yet, we have not seen a score coming through from the Dinamo game. Oh, Philip putting good pressure on. And are we going to win that back? Not quite. Nunez trying to win it back for us. Can Tolik get in there? He can. And here we come the other way. Philip to Tinavoy. Matanovic is in the middle. We go back for Tolik. Tolik to Nunez, back to Zebic, to Tolik again. All the way back we go to Nastavic. Demjanic. Zebic again, forward for Nunez. We are very, very patient. We just need to get that killer pass at the end of it, don't we? Here we go, Zebic now looking to get forward. Rovis, good ball for Nunez. Nunez back to Matanovic. Oh, how? It's a great defending. Matanovic gets it taken off his toes. Tolik will take another corner. It is floated in again. It is headed towards goal, but it's over the top. Oh, this is tense, isn't it? But yeah, so if we draw this and Dinamo win, then it's taken out of our hands because we'd be level on points and they would have the head-to-head. So it's still right on a knife edge. We've had more possession, we've had more shots, but there hasn't been a shot on target yet. Matanovic says he's only playing a 6-3, 6-4 now, but he's had it taken off his toe twice. I think that's a bit harsh on him. the game is kind of settling down into a nothing fest. Here we go. Damjanic over a free kick. It's there for Nunez. For Philip. Nice ball for Matanovic. Is this his moment? Oh, the goalkeeper's denied him now. Maybe it's not his day. He's back to playing a 6-3. Half an hour gone. Again, it's to the back post. Again, it's headed away. Rakic will pick it up. Hrvoje is inside. We use him. And that is that. Oh, Dinamo's in front. So, yeah, you can see there. Dinamo have the head-to-head. So, as things stand right now, it would be out of our hands going into the final game of the season. We need a goal. All right, Matanovic, it's maybe not his day, despite the fact he's actually been in the right place several times. Maybe he should have scored. XG certainly suggests that. All right, so let's not lose the faith. Let's keep going here. We have been the better side. We'll give Matanovic a little bit of time here. Otherwise, we'll bring on Pranjic. I mean, Tommy G's been banging in goals all season long, but just recently his form has fallen off a cliff. So I think I'd rather Pranjic. Yeah, Matanovic, just not his day, is it? So we'll bring Pranjic on. Is there anything else we want to do? Hrvoje not having a great day, so let's get Dakic on for him. And then that is two of our subs done. We will have one more sort of sub break that we can make. So we'd have to make 2 or 3 in that one if we wanted to make more. Bosanjak maybe not having the greatest game. All right, tactically, how can we change this? Let's shoot on sight and just see how that goes for us. Maybe hit some early crosses in. Pranjic has got a knock. What's happened to him? Bosanjak. It's not a great pass. Oh, this has horrible feelings about it, doesn't it? Zabic has been beaten and... well, it's a massive save from Nasevic. And we've got a corner to defend now ourselves. We get it clear partially. Nunez. No, it's still not clear. Dakic is putting some pressure on them. We need to get this clear. Rakic gets a block in. It'll be another corner. Pranjic looks like he's recovering a little bit. Another corner to defend. Again, it's the near post. This time the goalkeeper gets his hands to it. All right, let's demand more. All right, we're not getting shots on target here. What can we do? Let me think. Pause the game first of all. All right, so we're making some subs. Dashka is coming on for Bosanjak. Pranjic, it says he's injured and struggling to run that off, so he's going to come off, and it's going to be Tommy G going up top. We've gone back to a slightly lower tempo, looking for the overlaps. Yeah, I wonder if shooting on sight is partially the problem. We need to actually work it into the box. The fact that we've had 12 shots on target, but 12 shots on goal, but only 1 on target. I mean, the XG suggests we should have scored. But coulda, shoulda, woulda, it doesn't make a difference, does it? Let's try a no pressure shout next time we get the chance. There's 10 minutes to go here. And, well, that's not really worked either, has it? Ball in, it's hacked away. Oh, the other thing we did, I should say, we moved Nunez further forward to number 10 role. So, we've opened up a little bit looking for the result. And given... oh, no! And we're a point behind. And it's Noah Skoko, who should be an Australian. And is it all going wrong right at the end? It was a tough game to be playing away from home. And it's a good finish, isn't it? Looks just like his dad. I remember him scoring a few goals from that sort of position. Let's berate at this point. And, well, can we salvage a point in stoppage time? It doesn't look like it right now, does it? Trying to put some pressure on. And we've won it back with Dakic. There's still about 4 minutes to go. So there is a bit of time. Rovis to Zabic. Gets it forward, but it's headed away. Damjanic will pick it up, though. Tolik to Rakic. It's there for Dakic now cutting inside. Can Dakic thread a ball in? Dakic, is he going to go himself? Dakic has a go! And it is a goal kick. All right, well, I guess beggars can't be choosers now, can they? Let's just whip that thing in there. Ah, we've been robbed. An XG of over 2, and we've lost the game. Now, I don't suppose Varison got something late on, did they? So, a 1-0 win for Dinamo, a 1-0 loss for Jarun, and it is a point in their favour. So, going into the final day, they will need to drop points. We will need to win. A draw's not going to do it for us, because again, even if they lose and we draw, they have the head-to-head. So, we've lost top spot. The Pranjic injury's a tight hamstring, so probably all the best we did take him off. But there we go. We've bottled it right back for them, haven't we? We've not... It's tough, end, isn't it? Let's be honest. It's 3rd and 4th in the league, away from home. It's a really, really tough finish to the season for... I know you can't see behind me, but Lokomotiva is this one. Or you can see it up here, I suppose. So, yeah, I mean, it is just... It's the hope that kills you, isn't it? And we've been killed by a bit of hope there. So... That is that. Guys, don't forget, if you haven't yet voted for your MVP, your viewers player, I should say. We'll be back for the final game against Lokomotiva. I don't know. I think we've let it slip there, haven't we? Take care.